Hello my friends, welcome to SpiceyCatColors. My name is Kathy and I am so happy that each of you clicked into this video. Whether you are a seasoned friend or a new friend, you are welcome to my little crazy corner of the world. So it is time for September completed pages. September was kind of a fun, crazy month. I actually have the least number of pages though, I think for the entire year in September, which is also a little ironic because I had a full week where I was on vacation and only colored. But you know, that's what happens. And this is what happens at SpiceyCatColors. Do you see that cute little paw and ear? Little Frankie is like, Mom, it's time to go to bed. So you're not. I'm gonna come see what you're doing. Let me give him some loving. Okay, we're back. I don't really know how far I was. I could just start over because I'm a minute in, but basically, welcome to my new and seasoned friend, your SpiceyCatColors. We are doing my completed pages, and I think, as I was saying, this was actually the least number of pages I've done so far this year in a month, which it's still not bad. I had 67 pages. Seriously, nothing to sneeze at, even with this cold I'm fighting. But I think the other... seriously, 71 was my other one. My best month was 96 though. Anyway, it was still a good coloring month. I have plenty of stuff to show you. I always start out my videos. I will have a link in the description, or if you look down the description, I'll have chapters set up where I will, right now we're doing the intro stats, then I'm going to go through the empties, and then I'll do my color by number and my non-color by number, so those will be the chapters below. I also want to say, if you are just finding me and you are not a seasoned friend and you are interested, please check out my Buddyween 2022 video. I will link that in the eye in the sky, and it should be one of the more recent ones if you just look at my uploads. And it is my second annual, and I am opening and welcoming the world of buddy coloring. It's not like me personally doing it, but I enjoy doing buddy colors, which you will see quite a bit in my completed pages. And I did this last year, so I'm trying it again with a couple different little changes. And the thing I have asked is if a person has never ever buddy colored, like ever. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure the light does not hit the phone because I know that makes a big noise. So if you've never done a buddy color, or if you have never done a buddy color with me and are interested, please watch that video. I have everything outlined out, and I am just trying to get people involved with buddy coloring. It can be very scary to reach out to people, which is why I am offering myself as your guinea pig. You're not my guinea pig, I'm yours. And I would love to show you how much fun this can be. And if you are someone I have buddy colored with before, or if you just don't want to buddy color with me, which is fine, please reach out to somebody new. If you have a channel and are watching this, you do buddy colors. I know I do repeat, like there's people I do buddy colors with every month, and I absolutely enjoy and love that, and I don't plan to stop that. But I also know how excited I get when somebody new asks me to buddy color. It's like, oh my gosh, they want to be my friend. I'm always going to be that chubby girl in the playground, sitting by herself, feeling awkward, and when that other kid just comes up and says hello, that's the feeling I get whenever somebody sends me a message and says they want a buddy color. So that's what I am encouraging to do. That's read all about Buddyween. We're also going to do some group buddy colors this month, but this video is about my completed pages. So I have two main books that keep me pretty organized. I really like my system. So next year, we're gonna have to see what happens. This book is staying until it's full. this is going to be around for a very long time. It may be around longer than the channel, because this I started at the beginning of 2022, and I am documenting every page I color. Not like huge details. I have some symbols and some color coding, which means something to me, but basically every page I color is getting documented. And so far, then at the end of the month, I draw a line. I'm not all a super fancy planner person. Draw a line, don't even use a ruler, and then start the next month. So now, at the end of September, 3/4 of the way through 2022, I have colored, holy crapola, 719 pages. That is insane. Pretty sure that's more than I colored. Oh yeah, 2021 I colored 614. So I am well beyond what I did. So that's exciting to me. Again, I love this book. It's a hardcover. It has been working perfectly. So I will continue to use this for that. The other book I've been using is the Johanna Basford Coloring Planner for 2022. And this, I absolutely love the format. And this is one of my 10 books to finish. And I have customized it. I don't want to go over through this a lot because a lot of you are return friends, but we'll just go through the stats for now. Again, I customized a bunch of this. Oh, you don't get to see my favorite pages till the end of the year. So I always like to say I track my numbers as far as social media. I am only on YouTube and Instagram, which I can barely keep track of, but what I track is my number of followers from month to month. So Instagram, I went up 5, which again, I also say Instagram, it just cracks me up because they, oh wait, no, I went up more than that. That was the month before. Oh wow, I had a bunch of new followers. Sorry, I'm at 974. I don't try and do goals at all as far as subscribers or followers because I truly believe that is out of my control. I am not doing this as a full-time job, so people that find me that subscribe or follow me, it's because for some crazy reason you like me. The thing I can control is the number of posts, and I did do 24 posts on Instagram, which I am happy with. I like to post all of my completed buddy colors out there, and I do a little split screen mashup. It's very fun. I enjoy it. And I also regularly scrub my follower list of all the robots and incredibly handsome men, usually holding an animal or a child that have, profile that they love Jesus, are well endowed, love animals and children. I don't know why they always throw that in there about something personal. Anyway, they're obviously not anybody that cares about my coloring, so they get deleted and blocked. So there you go. If you are one of those men that is actually following this, you're like, why do I keep getting blocked? Well, sorry, change profile. Let's say something about coloring. Anyway, so again, numbers. I track it because I like tracking numbers. Same thing with YouTube. Continues to go. I had a much better month. This has been like a really crazy year for me. We're not going to rehash it all, but I actually got 11 videos posted, which for me, not having a set schedule, it's pretty impressive. And I am planning, again, life happens, it could change, to have at least that many or even more. I have a lot of plans for October, so fingers crossed, life goes on well. I've already dealt with what I hope to be the worst thing. You may hear I have a bit of a congestion thing going on, and yeah, I had I don't know what it is. It wasn't the virus, but something, and it is still hanging on, but videos must be made, and it's my time off, so I have to do this. As far as coloring, my stats, I actually finished a book this month. Woohoo! So I have so far completed 3 books in the month of, in the year of 2022. Only one of those was on my 10 books to finish, but we'll get to that. And here we go. In fact, I should just try and speed this up because I will be doing a 3rd quarter coloring check-in where I can go over a lot of this in depth. But the things we normally look at when we're at this point of my completed pages is my monthly stats. As I said, I did 67 pages in a total of 31 different books. I did 2 PDF pages. Of those pages, 25 of them were color by number and 42 were non-color by number. I did 26 buddy colors, which is the thing that makes me the most happy. And this is where we kind of had a problem. I just recently posted another haul because I was doing a no-buy year as far as books. Yeah, wait till we figure out that total for the year. I got 28 new books. It's talked about in the haul. A lot of them were earned. So, again, I'll do a video about that sometime, but yeah, it would be a lot more if I wasn't trying to restrain myself. And I colored in 13 previously uncolored in books. And then we'll go through my empties here shortly, but I used up 20 markers and pens and 1 washi tape. I only have 2 left on my 10 books to touch. As I said, I colored in 13 uncolored books. I don't think again, not going to talk about that this time. Sorry. I forgot to zoom back out. There you go. And what else is there? So, yep, here's where I filled in that whole September with new books. That's a little crazy. Then let's zip ahead. I will show you the pages I colored in here when I do the non-colored by number pages. Other than that, look how full and colorful. This is my grid of my 10 books to finish. And yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 5 of them, which 1 was a physical book, 4 were books I'm featuring or working on. Anyway, again, I'll go over that another time. I did complete all of my Coloropoly prompts, which made me very happy. And my focus this month was Creative Haven, and I did that as well. I participated in several coloring prompts. And the coloring prompts, I do a post on Instagram again. If you're on Instagram and want to see, I just do like a collage of what you're going to see, the full pages. It might have even just been a snippet to identify that I completed those prompts. So there you go. Let's dive in to the actual empties. Actually, we're not doing pages yet. We're doing empties. Here's my little container. I keep all of my empties in for the month as they are dried up. They just get thrown in here. So this was the washi I used up. It was just a metallic gold. This is, I use these all the time in my Disney books or to border. I used that. I had a couple ultrafine and fine. Oh my gosh, these are pretty much classic Halloween colors. I didn't even realize that, but I have 5 Sharpies, 1 Pen and Gear, which is the Walmart version of the permanent marker, 2 Bic Intensities, those 2. I had one of my Stampin' Up. This color's not even available anymore, so it makes me very sad that it is gone. 2 other water-based, a Papermate Flare. This was in a set or a kit kind of thing I got. Very sad. I had 2 of this was my original set of Pentel Sparkle Pops, so I love using these, and I was sad, but they are gone, but their backups have been set free and are being used. These are 3 of the alcohol markers, the Mondo Llama from Target. Again, I still do not recommend purchasing those. You can get a much better set for $25, in my opinion. And we had 2 Tao trees. This is still my original Tao tree set. I am trying to use up before I completely dive into my new one. A Art 101 alcohol marker and a generic alcohol marker from Amazon, which was the very first alcohol marker set I bought. I'm just going to show, for those of you that have not seen the Stampin' Up! Markers. I say this frequently, I am a Stampin' Up! Hobbyist demonstrator, which means basically I just spend enough that I decided to sign up. And I do really like these. They're a water-based marker, but to be fair, I don't recommend them for coloring. They work great for like rubber stamping type coloring, but they need a better tip. This is what will happen. The tips are like a felt, they fray out, and it's very sad. I know there's better quality, you know, like a Tombow tip. It doesn't happen. So for the amount of money you spend on Stampin' Up! Products, I really wish they could get that fixed. And I personally don't know many of us that use this end. It's a very fine 0.5 millimeter, but anyway, the colors are always nice. So those are all the empties. I also, again, I should have a bunch of disclaimers at the beginning of videos. I always forget. If you notice any weird editing jumps or skips, I will apologize. As I did briefly mention, I am on the downslide part of a bad congestion, cold kind of thing. Illness, I guess. I've been sick. And I will certainly do my best not to cough in your ear or suck snot up my nose, which I did in my last video. I will try and stop and clear my throat, take a drink, blow my nose, all of that. But it may result in some weird little skip blip. So just that you're aware, it's nothing to do with you and whatever you're watching this on. It is just me. So with that, let's go into the color by number pages. First is a PDF. There we go. This is one I printed out. If you are not familiar, this is from Color Questopia. If you go to the Color Questopia website, you can sign up for their email, and they will email you a free page whenever they release a new book. So this is from one of their new Halloween releases. Of course, I had to do it because it had these adorable cats, which, I mean, I always think cats are really smart, but I don't know how smart they are if they think that this pumpkin's gonna fly. And I could tell you a whole story about bats. You would think they would want to chase them, but I can tell you in my personal experience, which I will save that story for Bat Week, that yeah, they could be in real life this close to each other and be sound asleep and not even care that there's a bat in front of them. So maybe they have a scheme and they're like gonna go try and knock the witch off her broom. I don't know what's gonna happen. Or instead of egging the house, they're pumpkining the house. Okay, this is the first page, and I'm like, so many tangents. If you are a new friend, you've already clicked out. But okay, so I did this page. I printed it off from the email. They do send you the white line version and the black line version, so I printed out the black line version, and I just did it back to back, but I used the white line version scale. And I changed some colors. I change colors all the time on color by number, whether markers are dying or whatever, but I think it's really cute. I like my Color Questopia page. Then I have a couple, actually I have two this month, sticker by number books. If you've never done sticker by number books, I think they are very fun. This is the one called Calming Creatures. This became an unofficial, it's not on the official list, but it is on my 10 books to finish. It's the bonus because it only had 12 pages, and I've been doing one a month. And again, season friends, you've seen this. It comes and each page has like a mindful meditation type exercise, which this girl can use a lot of. Got your sticker sheets at the back, which I only have 3 left. I've just been tearing the sheet out here. I'll show you how I do it. This is what we do every month. So I did the Run Free horse page because it said find the inspiration to chase your dreams. And I'm kind of going over some of that stuff in my life right now, trying to prioritize and figure out what the heck my dream is. So this is the sticker sheet that it comes with. It shows what it'll look like at the end. These are all the pieces. And ta-da! This is what mine looks like. Maybe by the 12th one, I'll actually get this. But I am fairly certain that these are made to not completely line up. Because I try really hard. And I always end up with the pattern showing. So like here, you can see this is what this pinky stuff, there's always parts that don't, the stickers don't fit. I'm sure they don't. It can't be me. Anyway, this was the page I did for the month of September. This is my other sticker book, Paint by Sticker Kids Halloween. I picked this up on Book Outlet. I think it still might be out there. It was really reasonable priced. There are 10 pages in here, and I think I'm going to actually try and finish this. Of course, with Buddy Ween, I may not get to, but I could finish this by the end of the year because I've already done 3. Let me show you. I decided just to start from the back forward, and these are perforated, and I haven't torn them out. I mean, I could, but I haven't. So far, it hasn't bothered me that much. And the ones I finished are the skull. And there are, I'm not even going to try, but several, I think this whole thing is made of, except for the black, are glow in the dark stickers. But I'm not even going to try and show that on camera, and I don't know how it works, but well, I know how glow in the dark works. I don't know how well it would work, and we wouldn't be able to see it on camera. So I did the skull, and I did the haunted house. Again, I can't get these to all line up either. You're supposed to start, maybe I should start from the middle. I keep always starting from like an edge, and I'll get like one, yeah, I can't get any of them. And then I did the witch. So my witch looks a little scary because I said, well, fine, I'll take a black marker and fill in those lines. And then I took a green marker, but it wasn't quite the right color, so she's got some lines on her face. They just add to her wrinkles. So I have 7 left. And you can see they're not extremely difficult. They do have, though, like this one's got over 70 stickers, 70 pieces. So even for kids, this is just as intricate as the other one I'm doing for relaxation. So there you go. Paint by Sticker Kids. I had to dig out Line Spots Dots Halloween. This is from Kira Shershniva. I'd only done a few in here before, so now I'm just working from the front. And I think I got 3 done. So I did this one. This is my least favorite, is with the squiggles. Again, I always say I don't know what this is called, but I will use, sometimes I'll use different colors here. Obviously I did. I had purple marker that was dying, so then we ended up doing a darker purple for the cat. Anyway, I like how it works. Here I had a nice new juicy purple Sharpie to do my whole, I don't mind the dots. I like this. But this is actually my favorite style, the lines. And here you can probably see I had the same issue with markers, gel pens, kind of dying off, but it's okay. I don't mind. And then this will be the next one I do. So this is a book I keep in my work bag, and I just grab some gel pens of various colors. Since it's all Halloween, I think I grabbed a bunch of purples and maybe some oranges and greens, and I just work on this while I'm at work, either on breaks or if I have, you know, even a minute or 2 in between solving somebody's problem. Sometimes I just need to unwind. I have 1 page from the Farm Animals Ceramic Tiles book. This was a gift from a very sweet friend, and I just started from the back and did the first page, or the last page, which was the crab. Again, not my idea of a farm animal, but if I lived in Maine or somewhere where they, you know, do crab fishing, maybe. Whenever I do the last page of the book, I don't ever put a blotter. I used water-based. You can see I still had a little bit, but that's just, I don't use these color charts for anything. I could just tear those out and they could be my blotter pages. But anyway, I did the crab page. Here is another, oh, move my tea out. That's going to give it away if I paused and took a drink of tea. Halloween Spooks from Alice Mills Publishing. This was gifted to me, and it is the color by number edition, and I was so excited to do that. And my friend also got the book, and she has the cross stitch. So we did a buddy color of the Spellbound page, and this is that premium paper, but this way you can see side by side what her page looks like using the cross stitch method, and my page looked like using the color by number. I forgot to mention my friend Tammy Colors too. That's who I did the buddy color with, so you saw her page. And I haven't decided. I actually like both versions. I'm lazy though when I'm coloring, and I will just like do the whole line. And I maybe will buy one of these because I think you can get them on the non-premium, which is, I can't decide because I love the way it looks, but because I'm lazy, maybe, I don't know, can you see this? We're gonna zoom. I'm gonna try and zoom you. If you can see how it is, like this line right above here, how it's kind of dirty, because I'll just take the red and do this like line, but when I'm using an alcohol marker, which is what I used here, I don't know if it's the black in between the spaces or if it's the number, but I mean, I don't know. Looking through the camera now, I hardly see it, but in real life, it kind of bothers me. So, does anyone else have that problem, or are you not lazy? Whoops, I'm going the wrong way. And actually color each one individually. But when there's a big section, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do the whole thing, but it tends to smear. So I think it's probably because of this paper, but we shall see. I will keep working. I like to work on these from the back front, as I think a lot of us do, just because, well, this one, it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered. But if you use alcohol marker, it will cover that up. So that was Halloween Spooks. I did 2 pages in the Such and Such Dave All-Time Hits 100 color by number. Both were buddy colors. Oops, this isn't that. I had that page marked, but I didn't need it marked. Okay, I need to, there's my mark. This is not the page, it's the one behind. So this is from, I believe, the Stained Glass book. And here you go. This was a buddy color with my friend Denise on Instagram. So you can see her page and my page. I'm pretty sure I used primarily maybe Sharpies and some water-based markers, and I just added a little white gel pen for some added something to juice it up a little bit. And then this one, I don't know what book it's from. It seems to be something witchy, potion-y. And we did this page as well, also as a buddy color with Denise. And I think it turned out pretty good. You can see I had a marker that was slowly starting to die, but I added a little, instead of the white gel pen, I used a silver gel pen and kind of added little bits of sparkle. So there's a lot of pages in this book. And yeah, I need to remember to keep it out. Oh wait, does it tell me? Oh, here, it was from the Magical Artifacts book. So we did a page from there and a page from the Stained Glass Windows. Next, I colored 3 pages in Sun Life Drawings Travel Mosaic. I had kind of hodgepodged around here, and now I've been working from the back forward. And 2 of the pages I did were buddy colors with my friend Amanda from Instagram, because she is trying to finish this book, so I will do what I can to help. And I did a little bit different. I actually really like the marker and crayon method. So this is Easter Island in Chile. So this was my page, and I'll have Amanda's page up here as well. But I used, I think it was just water-based markers. I don't think I even used, or Sharpies work really well too to do the outline and then color it in, so I liked that. And then the next page we did is moving forward is Chichen Itza in Mexico. This is also a buddy color with Amanda. You can see her page, and I just wanted to show you this is a little bit different way, which is not my idea. It's actually Tiffany Colors 79, I believe. If she hasn't posted for a while, Tiffany, if you're watching this, I miss you. But I tried your method of doing just the little hash mark or lines instead of filling it in. And I really like this. I'm going to keep working on it. I need some practice, but I really like how this looks. And it was just a fun, different way to do a color by number. And then I did one extra one. This one's a little crazy. This is the lovely Sydney Opera House in Australia, and I did this for to help my friend Sarah, Chronic Coloring Down Under, celebrate her birthday month, because she had a birthday prompt, and one of them was to do an Australia page. So here I did the main image, solid alcohol marker, and then I just did straight up and down lines. I think it looks much better on camera than it's a little messy in real life. Okay, had another little visit there from the cat. And now I have several, Creative Haven was what my spinner wheel picked as my prompt for focus in September. So I was very excited. I have a lot of Creative Haven books. I do have a collection video with just my Creative Haven. And this is the first book that I colored in, and I did 2 pages, one of which is a buddy color. Let's look at that one first. That is this page right here, which is where I used the gold washi tape. And this was a buddy color with Alicia Colors and Crafts on Instagram, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoy George Dufexis color by number. This one was a lot. Alicia and I were like chatting. She's like, it's a lot. Her page is lovely. We both said, yeah, we like kind of did our own thing a little bit, because the one thing with, I have noticed, and not even just George Dufexis, like any color by number book, but there's usually some mislabeled numbers or just missing numbers. So thankfully, the Creative Haven books, you do have a reference, but it was such a small page, like picture, like seriously, this is what I was looking to reference for all those details. So after a while, you just like wing it. It's like, I can figure out what this page is gonna look like. And then I did this other one while I was on vacation as well. FYI, this is one of my little tricks. I make just a color photocopy of the color key because I get really tired flipping back and forth. But this is the page, and it was pretty much what I was looking at outside the window for that full week. I'll insert a picture of that too, that my friend took when she was there with us. But this was just such a nice one with the sheep, and yeah. I am going to keep this book out and try and color in it some more in the month of October. The next Creative Haven book I colored in was Butterflies, color by number by Jan Sobach, and I did 1 page in here, and it was the Monarch Butterfly page. I pretty much changed a lot of the colors on here. I changed the colors of the flowers. I decided there were like this color by number book. Let me show you this color key. This is insane. Look how many greens we have, from 25 down to 33. That's way too many greens. And blues are about the same, yellows, yeah, it was too many. So it was like they had I used the 3 different color greens on the stems of the flowers, but then it was like another 3 more different ones. So I just decided, nope, I'm going with yellows for the background sky. And also the colors, the shape is right, but they didn't have the colors, in my opinion. Not that I'm an expert, but I kind of do know a lot about monarchs. They didn't have the colors quite right, so I changed it up. And I did this in honor of my mom. September was the anniversary of her passing, and yeah, she loved monarch butterflies. And I thought I had not colored in here, but I had colored a year ago, 2020, actually, 2 years ago, I did a page in here with colored pencil. So I like my Monarch page. This, I believe, is the newest release from George Dufexis. This is Wonders of Nature, color by number. I recently picked this up, and I did just 1 page. And I have yet to figure out exactly what markers I like. I find alcohol markers are, with all the details, they tend to bleed a little too much, so I did use just water-based, which works well on this paper. You do get some streakiness, but I'm playing around, and I needed to do an eye page, so I did I for iguana. And yeah, my colors aren't a perfect match, but it was a fun page. It's always a fun page. And the one thing, I don't know if anyone else, when you do George Tufexis, the whole process, I'm like, this is such a hot mess. It's going to be terrible. But when it's done, I always think it looks pretty good. And for alcohol markers, I will use my Tau trees and use that finer nib. And you will get some bleeding, but again, once it's all done, because of the way he does his shading, I think it still looks good. And then the last Creative Haven Color by Number book I worked in is Still Life. I did 2 pages in here. This was a book I had not colored in before. And I did this page of the wine glass. And we got some bread and cheese and grapes. This is pretty much the consistent color palette of this book. It does have like a full one, but if you do a quick look at the answers, it's a lot of purples, browns, reds, and oranges, which is fine. I don't mind. And then I did this page. Not sure what the beverage is, but I did it because I needed to do hot chocolate, but it could have also been coffee. This is just probably how, I don't know what it is. I'm not sure what this is, but this one is a nice book because it's got some really nice big areas, and I used kind of a mix of Sharpie, mostly Sharpie, because you can see there is still some line streaking, and then a little bit of alcohol marker to tell better from the back. But yeah, I was happy to finally get something colored in this book. Okay, the last 4 Color by Number books I have completed pages in are all from Hatchet Heroes. They are the Disney Big Books, and I'm pretty sure, yes, they are all buddy colors as well. So the first page is from Mickey and Friends, and I did a buddy color with my friend Ren Kelly. She and I have been doing this, and Ren, as long as you're open to it, I'm good for this until we decide we're done. But we just use random number generator and enter 1 to 100 and generate a page. And this month it gave us page 71. So I did this page, which is pretty fun. You'll see I have 2 that are this grayscale. This is the second one I did. I like this one a lot better. And if you notice, I customized. I don't know if everybody else uses the term "watch your own bobber," but you know, I'm in Minnesota, land of 10,000 lakes. That's a common phrase we use, and especially one of my friends, she uses it a lot. And I was coloring with her, and throughout the whole time we were together, I'm like, you know, don't pay attention, watch your own bobber. So I did this page, and I said, look, it's the 2 of us in this boat. And then I said, and look, nobody's watching the bobber. So this was not part of it. I just added it in. But I wanted to show you Ren's page 71, and which is funny because I can't remember which tomb that's from. It might be 3, whichever it is. Well, first of all, she does beautiful work when she does her pages, and I almost did the same page, and we both have the same misprint in our book, because I will look at the answer keys. Ren does not always, but I always do because I need to reference it. And in the book, it's missing. It's like they printed an extra sheet of a different answer key. So page 71, you don't know. There's actually 8 pages of that book that don't have an answer key. So kudos. Now I know what the one is. And I told her I looked at it. Oh, too funny. I've done 2 pages in here, and the other one was a buddy color with Ren too. But I saw it had a bunch of skin tones. I thought, I am not diving into a skin tone page not knowing what it is. Not when it's a buddy color, because I want my buddy colors to turn out nice. But that was Mickey and Friends. Next, I finally got to work in villains. So this was the first page I've done in this book. It is a buddy color. And this is the other grayscale page that I did. And I did this as a buddy color with my friend Janine. She was scared. Okay, Janine, okay, you weren't scared. You were just like, you had this book and you're like, holy crap, it's really detailed. And this is one of the newer releases, and it has a lot of fine detail. So I told her, well, let's just do it. You know, the best way to get past something is to just do it. I said, you know, I've picked pages because they have a very limited color palette. So like you can see, a lot of these pages have a lot of colors, which can be very intimidating. So this one had 6. They were all shades of gray, but she said, let's do this one. And there, I mean, seriously, like wood grain. Do we need to have this wood grain? Could it not have just been one color? Anyway, I really do love our page. Here we have Pete, which was from Steamboat Willie. And I forgot, I'm like, Pete's a cat. I don't know why I didn't remember he was a cat, but he's a villain cat. So I'm happy, and I wrote down the colors I used. I used my Staedtler double-ended water-based markers because there are different tones. So these were the good tones. And then let me show you Janine's page, and I think your page turned out perfectly fine. As I was telling her, when it's one of these where it's like a range, I just like find 5. If I need 5 different shades, I find the darkest and the lightest, and I just match up some 3 in between. So that was our page from Villains. Then I worked in the Grand Classiques, Tomb Volume 1, and did another buddy color, and I didn't realize I did so many horizontals, but I did this one of Pocahontas, and I did her. Those last 2 I used water-based markers. Her I used acrylic paints for. This was a buddy color with my friend Megan, Disney Meg's Coloring on YouTube and Instagram, and if you do not follow her on YouTube, go check her out and watch her like craft room tour. I'm just like, can I just like move in, or can you come to my house and do that? Anyway, Meg, you're amazing. So this was perfect because Meg does an alphabet challenge every month, and she had P for September. So we tried to pick a Disney prompt that matches her letter, and we did Pocahontas, and I love it. Pocahontas is one of my favorite characters. Is she a princess? She should be a princess. But I have good stories, backstories about her. But we're going to try and keep this moving because y'all know we're already at 40 minutes and I have them still on color by number. But this is the last color by number page. This was my first Disney big book, and it's actually, I got it on Amazon. It was the Spanish version, which is fine. And it probably is the one that has the most love. And it still needs a lot more. But this one, also a buddy color, but it's not horizontal. This one, I did a buddy color with my fun friend Michaela Renee. We picked a prompt. Actually, Pixie at Pixie's Coloring picked it because she does a Disney prompt every month, and she picked out Pascal, which I just told, or so I used Tangled, and Michaela said, yeah, we can do a Tangled page. So you can see she picked hers, and hers is beautiful with a lovely Rapunzel. Is she Rapunzel in Tangled, or does she go by a different name? I haven't watched that for a long time. Anyway, what I told her is so cool is because, again, we don't plan this when we do like a prompt, when I do a prompt with someone. So I love that when our pages are next to each other, the characters are looking at each other. It's like, I don't know if that's the same scene from the movie, but I loved it. And I enjoyed it. I did change the background, I think, and the dress a little bit. And I just used water-based markers and acrylic paint pen for the black. I do use that for all of my blacks, but that is the last of my colored by number pages. So let me reset and we'll go into the next section. Okay, I have one PDF that was non-color by number. This is from the book Dressed Up Dogs by Primrose Press, which is a division of Ava Brown Coloring. And I had so much fun. So this I did for the September Koala Color Along that Sarah at Chronic Coloring Down Under does. She has this really cool book, and I can't think of the name right now, but it she does a random number generator, and it comes up with a topic, a medium, and a color palette to use. and it came up with the topic dressed dog. Yeah, I think dressed dog. Medium was marker or whatever of your choice, and then it was a very blue color palette. If I still have the screenshot, I will put it up here. But I was like, I'm not going to find anything for that. And I was like, oh wait, yeah, I even already had this printed out because I'm an Elvis fan and I think it's hilarious. So that's my one PDF from my non-color by number. So I don't forget, because I frequently forget. Again, I said this is my coloring planner, and I had to catch up. I was behind on my pages in coloring. Otherwise, I've kept up every month, but in August, I didn't color in here at all, because I've made it over half past the year, and by the time I do my completed flip of this, you'll see I'm about done. I love Johanna Basford, but this is a lot of pages I don't love, if that makes sense. So, starting here is where my pages started. I'm not going to explain all of this. That's in my, in other videos. It's basically my recap from that month. So on the left here is what we're going to be looking at. These are the pages I colored. I can zoom in a little bit. And this, I basically just played with. Oh, now we got the really big boy Diesel. Seriously, he's like 24 pounds and is giant. I don't know what he is. I think he's part panther or puma, but definitely need to pause and see what the big boy wants, because he doesn't normally jump up here. Oh wait, he's gonna maybe jump away. He wants to jump on his cat tree. Oh, he just came to say hi. Okay, bye Diesel, have a nice nap. Okay, so I honestly just used distressed inks and an applicator, 3 different colors, and did that, because I was not gonna futz with all of those little pieces. Same thing with this one. I don't know if you can still see the pattern. It was, I think these are all like round shells. Total wallpaper page. Was not going to color all that because, again, this is plainer. Yeah, nope. So I tried something different. I had 2 different stencils, and I had this like viney one, which made me think of seaweed. So I did that one first on the whole thing, and then I had just these flowers. So I did those in a different one, just because now it's done. So FYI, if you're not into, you know, if you want to do all that stuff, I mean, it could have been really fun to do in gel pen, but yeah, no, that was a lot. Not gonna happen. Then here, so I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna keep playing with my distressed inks. I pretty much tried to color the whole thing only using different inks, and I just used nothing fancy. I used these brushes. This is like from, it's a makeup brush from Dollar Tree, and just inked and colored using a makeup brush. The only thing I did different is I did use my orange Sparkle Pop and just go in and add, I think you can see it, some extra glitz to the flowers and butterflies. This page I actually did color the majority, not all of it. I did leave some sections white, but I just took I think 3 different markers was all, and then the ones that had a bunch of the black I just left, and I liked it. And then I did the butterfly, little tiny butterfly, and that little bee in some Sparkle Pop, because I enjoy doing that. So I did that page, and then I'm on the last August into September. You can see I have not put in my September pieces. So what I do, I said I was going to say, but like these are all the little like scavenger hunt prompts, and then I put in my buddy colors. I glue that in on this side because I don't use it as a planner. It's more of a memory keeper for me, a coloring memory book. This was another one I'm like, yeah, I'm just, you know, not into all this. I had so many other pages I'd rather do. So same thing. I took 2 different stencils. I had this one with the sunshine and just focused it so the sun was right where this butterfly is, which I did color with glitter gel pen, and I sponged the sun. And then I had a star one, and I thought, oh, this kind of looks like the night, so I used purple and well, you can see what I did. I don't have to tell you. Then we're into September. Here's one where I did do the fiddly fuddling, and I did this whole thing in gel pen. I was using the iPandaColors palette. I'm going to try and insert that here so you can see how well I did. It looked more accurate until I did this on the background. I need to learn how to deal with not getting these big splooches when I use these brushes. I'm sure there's a method. I bet if I looked up a YouTube video, I would learn it. Now this next page, I seriously, if I was a tear pages out of the book person, it would be gone. I was not dealing with this page. This is not my style of coloring. This is not my style of Johanna coloring. So I don't know what book this is from, but it is a whole lot of stuff. So I pretty much did the same thing, distress inked the whole thing. It's just like browns and some yellows, and then I just like colored bits and bobs. And it's done. I really don't care. The thing I did keep track of, this was from my crafty vacation. I was on my vacation from the 12th through the 18th, and I just jotted down how many pages I colored each day, and I did color 33 pages in this 1 week. So what did I say for the month? I colored 67, and 33 of them I did in 1 week. So including all of these I did while I was there. Here's another one. I really am just playing with how to use these distressed inks. And I think most people would do this like this is the background, and then now I should go over and do some stuff to the leaves. No, there's a lot of leaves. I did color the 2 snails. Do you see them? Again, glitter gel pen. But just learning how to do things to fill up the background. Look, here's another one. I thought, yeah, I don't want to deal with all that stuff. Mostly because Lost Ocean is not a book I own, and I don't, at this point, plan to own it because I just don't care. Underwater stuff, not my vibe. I'll do some mermaids, but yeah, that was about it. So I actually kind of like how this works because, in theory, if we're at the bottom of the ocean where there's a sunken ship, it's really dark down there. There's not a lot of light. So, you know, if these fish, just because they're different, you might see a little bit of flash. So that's my story. And then, is this the last one? This is the last one. So I actually worked ahead, kind of, because this is an October page. But I did the same thing. It was one I was not going to be thrilled to do all the little futzing. So did my normal little sponged and just the one little feature item. And for me, it's a butterfly, not the bird. So I did the bird in a little bit yellow as far as the ink, and then I got started, but we will finish these pages in October. So those are the pages that I colored from my Johanna planner. Next up, this is a new book, and I forgot to show this in my haul. Well, anyway, it's a new book, and it's called Cute Hedgehog Coloring Book for 4+, and I needed to do a hedgehog prompt. And I didn't think I had any hedgehogs in coloring books. Guess what? I do. I had plenty if I'd looked in my fall books. Duh. But now I have a whole book just of hedgehogs. And they're really cute. I did the space hedgehog because it fulfilled 2 things I needed to do. I needed to do an outer space page, and I needed to do a hedgehog page. So I thought, that's really cute. But yeah, this book is actually super cute. I could do some more in it. But cute hedgehog. Next up, Matchstick Mouse, a summer coloring book. I wanted to do at least, did I only do, yep, 1 more page in here, because now I'm ready to dive into the Halloween and autumn books. And I did this page to be part of Jojo Zahana's Morgan O'Brien Scavenger. I forget your hashtag. I'm sorry. I posted it on Instagram. I should have written it down here. But her prompt that she gave us was flower. So I did this cute little one of the mouse hanging out, taking a little nap with all his buds. See a little bit of extra. I used a gold sparkle pop on his whiskers. Next, I have the Creative Haven non-color by number books I worked in. So this book, Season Friends, you may remember, this was on my 10 books to finish in 2021. I did not finish it. The end of 2021, I had only done 14 pages and I had 18 left. Well, I didn't do all 18 of them this month, but I have finished this book, which makes me very, very happy. So I'm just going to show you the pages I did do, which this title page I wasn't going to do, and I didn't do a lot. Basically, I just picked a color and colored in each little element. The vacation page is in here later, but I'll do a full flip at some point. Then I have this page, which is the Keep Calm and Bake page. I pretty much decided I did, of the pages this month, I just did permanent markers like Sharpies, Bic Intensities, and would add a little bit of glitter gel pen. And yeah, this was, I wasn't sure. I had picked out pinks and purples and reds to do the whole page. And then I saw, oh look, on the back page they had an example. So I copied it, kind of. I went with the general idea. The colors aren't exact, but it made it super easy not to have to think. So I kept calm and baked. Then I did the Keep Calm and Call a Friend. There's really not color palettes for most of these, as you're going to see. It was, what do I have nearby? This one I did decide to pretty much keep monochrome because of what looked like all greenery to me. And I don't know, when I think yoga, which I did take yoga classes before, so I'm not completely out of it. But it just gave me this nature, calm, relaxed feeling. So did the greens and then decided just to do her a little bit different. This was a fun one. I love butterflies, I love dream catchers, and I used my set of neon Sharpie markers, and I absolutely love how it turned out. I didn't need to add any glitter to this page, if you can imagine that. I know, it happens. Okay, I did the drink tea page, and this I had kind of a random, I think it was just a random set of Sharpie markers that were like six in the set maybe? I don't remember. But I just used those. That was my color palette. Here was one that there was yellowing, and I didn't even really try to cover it up. I should show you. This is the page that yellowed that I colored way back in February of 2021. And it was some of the browns I used were from the Arteza Skin Tone set. And of course the reddish browns, which were my favorite, yellowed. So it's pretty much covered up because there was yellowing on this page too, but it was just where the images were. But this one, yeah, I couldn't even, I just let it go. I'm like, I'm not going to do a full background. It's just a unique feature of the page. Okay, I think then I jump back a little bit. I'd been saving the Keep Calm and Get Crafty page because I just knew it would be a favorite. And so I used all the colors. A little bit of gel pen. Very cute. I like it. I tabbed everything, but I'm just struggling here. Sorry. And then Keep Calm and Read. This is another page I really liked. Wasn't sure again what to do. And I thought, well, if I had a library, I would be happy with this. I definitely would have a purple chair. And yeah, and I think that's it. No more tabs. So yes, this was a completed book. Yay for me. Next up, this is a book that I had previously uncolored. This is Animal Calaveras, and I did a buddy color that I think turned out so fun. We did the owl page. I did this with the lovely, should I zoom in a little bit? There you go. Did this page with Lisa. Lisa Loves Color. And I used the Sharpie neons again for the owl. This is the colors in the set. Basically looks like highlighters, I know. And then I just used some other Sharpies on the background. I was trying to make it a little less you know, so that the owl would pop. Maybe you could have done a different color or darker. I don't know. I still really like it, and I think Lisa's page is beautiful. And just because this is like my favorite split color of the entire month, I have to show you the two of our pages together. But very happy to get into this book, and yeah, hopefully we'll do some more. Isn't it something about once you touch a book, then you're finally like, oh, I want to play in there some more. This one is, sorry, I didn't mean to yawn at you, Beautiful Butterflies, designs with a splash of color. I wasn't sure where to put this. This is a Jessica Merzerkowicz book, but it's not so much color by number. I'll show you the page first, because you have the option. So here's my completed page, which was just all these little dots. I thought, oh, this was kind of fun. So if you notice, maybe it's easier to see here, the image is not in black line work. It's all in various colors. So I could, if I wanted to just follow the color scheme, or like here, I did a little bit different. Like here, it was the green lines, and I did some oranges, and some I kept the same. The circles are all like in the frame. Those were the color pretty close of what was drawn, and the same with the blues. And I just had a little bit of fun with the butterflies. So that was a good page. Another, well, I got this on the Dover website. It's not a Creative Haven. This is, no, actually I didn't. This was a gift. Oh, this was a gift. And I finally colored in it. I've had this like on my to be colored list for probably over a year for different tags and stuff, and I just never did it. So Circle of Fun Animals now has a completed page, and it is the camels. I was looking for a page of animals I would see in a zoo. So in my zoos, they would have camels, and I think that's like an iguana, and the little like tomb beetle guys. And I don't know what that is. It's like a jumping mouse. I had my friend who knew animals, and we couldn't quite figure it out. But Circle of Fun Animals. I did 4 pages in 50 Autumn Miniatures this month. Oh, there's the first one. This is the first page I did. It is a buddy color. Let me try and move this over. With my friend Michaela. Michaela Colors and Creates out on Instagram and YouTube here. And she has the new 50 Fairy Houses. I think is that what it's called? Kind of a Halloween. Anyway, she has that new book from Camellia, and I do not have it. And I said, well, why don't we just do any type of house, was our prompt from a Camellia book. So you can see hers on the left, and she also did a pumpkin house with a, if my memory's serving me right, I just remember the beautiful purple witch hat, but I thought this was a pretty fun one. Didn't do a lot on mine as far as like bright colors other than the little ghosty guy here, but it was fun. I always enjoy working in my Camellia books. Then, ooh, oh no, that's marked for a buddy color now. Okay. I had so many things going on. It's like, keep track of my tabs. This adorable page is a buddy color with my friend Judith. And I spent the whole time before, after, and I'm still not sure what type of animals these are. I think they're maybe kittens, but they don't look like her other kittens. So I was confused, or maybe they're puppies. I don't know. This one, again, I don't know. But both of our pages are adorable. And her style of drawing, it didn't look like either her cat. So like, here's her cat face. This is her typical cat face. And I'm like, well, maybe they're babies, like when they're still got the little ears almost folded over. Anyway, it doesn't matter what they are, other than adorable. And who doesn't love some little babies in the corn? In the corn. This one I just did on my own. I needed a camping page for Sarah's birthday prompt. So I did this one. And I'm like, well, if I were going to go camping, which I am not. You will not find me in a tent anymore. I've done it as a kid, not my thing. It would have to be a pink tent and be all fancy, and so I coordinated my fire is also pink. It hardly even looks like fire anymore, but again, I was just kind of going with the theme, and I should have one more done. Yes, these adorable. See, these I can tell are kittens or cats. This Cat in the Pumpkins page was another buddy color with my friend Judith, and I think they're adorable. I just did some alcohol marker basic shading on my pumpkins. I do like to color pumpkins this time of year. And next book is Cute and Spooky. This was the release last fall from Alexandra Francis when she was through Jade Summer. And I just have one page done in here, which was also a buddy color with the lovely Zombie Girl. Zombie Girl's Coloring and Crafts. We kind of pulled this together at the end of the month, and I like it. You can't even really tell. I used a bluish marker, or not marker, crayon in the background, then just alcohol marker, little gel pen. Had the dyeing blue marker, bluish purple, but it kind of makes it look worn and weathered. And yeah, I was using a pretty muted palette, but I like that one. Next, I worked in Kawaii Girls, 4 books in 1, Jade Summer. These are both buddy colors. At the time I'm filming this, my buddy has not sent me their pages. If I do get them before I finish editing, I will add them in. So we did 2 from the, I don't know if it was the horror book, because I don't remember what the 4 books are individually. But this was my page. I did the buddy colors are with Micah, Instagram friend, future 5 colorist. So we did this one, and I have the obviously line art version of the book. You can see I really, like I always say, I kind of wish I might just order the grayscale one because I do enjoy those. But once I'm done with these, I have to think a little bit more and put a little more work into it. You can tell I don't do a lot of shading on them. Trying to see if I had some other, once they're done, they're fine. I just know how much I like doing the grayscale on the chibi book. So, okay, so that was the first one. And then here we did 2 pages from the same book. This is also a buddy color with Micah. And this is a little bit creepier one. I think I was working on this one in my Buddy Ween page, just doing the final details. And there you go. This is about the extent of creepy that I'll do. I do have a small Alan Roberts book, but there's some of those cut pages I won't do. They're too creepy. So those are my Kawaii Girls. These are heavy books. I will definitely say that much. And still one more for Jade Summer. I bought this book. This was one of the first books I bought when I was getting really into adult coloring again and started my YouTube channel. This was a PDF copy, and I just printed it out on cardstock and had it bound. But I had not colored in it at all. So I was very happy when my friend Rachel messaged me, Mini Rach, to do a page in here, and we actually have a second buddy color now in October. So in Chibi Horror, this is the page we did. This is, let me move this over so we can put them side by side. We both kind of did something a little different. I think Rachel's page looks beautiful. She said she was going for like the Joker type of theme, and she thought the green got out of hand. I don't think it got out of hand. I think it's beautiful. Me, I didn't really have a theme. I had my Ohuhu markers out, and I used the pastel set, only just the pastels on anything on the girl and her sucker, and then I also have the skin tone set, so I use those colors all on the background, because there's a lot going on in this picture. That's what I was telling Rachel. I said, that background, I was like ready to Sharpie marker it. There was so much going on. And I thought, oh, if I have this crazy clown bright colors, what am I going to do with the background? But I do like how it came out. So watch, I'll have another page, as I mentioned, in October with her. We're getting closer. I know this is a long one. I have two Hannah Lynn's. So here is my Whimsy Girls Celebrate the Holidays. This book is still holding on. I did one page and I only have one left. Oh, well, of the first set of images, and it will be done. This is a buddy color. I was so excited when the beautiful Michelle from Kits and Caboodles reached out to me. She knew I was trying to finish this, so I've been doing the simplified version is what I'm finishing up first. So this is the 12 Days of Christmas page, and then Michelle did the more detailed page, which I just think is so fun to see next to each other. I mean, it's similar but different. But even the simplified page had so much stuff going on. I don't even know about doing the next one. But I wanted to show you, I used a couple different techniques, if we want to call it that. Let's zoom in. I used if you can see here on her dress, right here and up here, this is a puffy paint, puffy snow, I guess they called it. It's a product from Stampin' Up, although I know other places make it where you put it on and then you have to use a heat tool to make it actually puff. But I think you can see that it is definitely puffed up. So I did that on her little wrists of her gloves and her shoulders. And if you can see, it's got a little bit brown because you can overheat it. So she got a little too close to the fire, or maybe one of these birds pooped on her. I don't know. You know, it's a sign of luck, they say. I did learn that because I had glossy accents on her eyes and her lips, and I was like, oh, I should heat set that so it dries faster. Not a good idea. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don't do that. And of course, lots of stickles. So now in December, no, it's October, she and I are doing this page, which is the last page for me, and I will have the first set of pages in this book done. Very, very excited for that to happen. Next one, I did another buddy color out of Enchanted Halloween from Hannah Lynn, and this was a very fun one. Yeah, I'm getting more comfortable. Like I said, Hannah Lynn's definitely one of my favorites, and I just don't know why I don't color her more often. So I believe this one is called Pumpkin Fairy, and this is a buddy color with my friend Deb, and our pages look beautiful, I think. I was going non-traditional, not that it mattered what Deb did, but I thought, oh, I wonder if she'll go like traditional orange pumpkins, and I think her work is so amazing that I'm like, I'm never going to be able to compare to that. So I'm going to go the other fantasy whimsical route. And I did. So I have purple pumpkins. I did primarily a limited color palette. I'm just so impressed with myself now. Again, I drew in my little moon spots to make it really look like the moon. And lots of stickles. I had used this for a prompt for an acorn. Can you even see that acorn is so tiny in her hair? It was funny because I'm like, when I used it, I'm like, no one's going to be able to say, where's the acorn? And yeah, anytime I have what looks like they could be monarch butterfly wings, I will make them into monarch butterfly wings and add a bit of stickles, and it makes life even better. I did my own little hee-hee and gave this little pink mouse some green cheese. It's the little things. They crack me up. Ooh, okay. We're getting so close. I think I have three books left. So here is the project book I have been working on this entire year. I can't believe Tammy and I, it's a buddy color book with Tammy Colors too. It has been so much fun. It has not been work for me at all, even though we've been doing 5 pages a month. And it's getting so close to done. I am a little sad. So these are the pages we colored in the month of September. These 5 Tammy picked the prompts for, and she always does such a fun creative job. So this, she had given me a set of stickers, of llama stickers, and I'm going to have her page showing as well. And we do such different things. So I went with more of a monochrome because I use this as my title for the chapter in this book. I kind of, again, you've seen that. So this was my chapter 9, and I was like, well, what else can I do? Because I knew sapphire was the birthstone, but I had these other fun colors of stickers. So I looked, and the flowers for September were morning glory and asters, and most of the pictures I looked and found of those were like pink. So I thought, oh, perfect. I'll do a little bit of pinks and purples and the blues. So that was the first one we did. Second one, I just, again, her fall palette one, this one is amazing of hers. She gave a palette inspiration, and I did a bunch of, I got liquid pearls and some stickles, and some of my liquid pearls I can see got a little flattened because I obviously didn't let them dry thoroughly. Here is another one with a palette inspiration. Oh, there you go. You can see all of it. And this was, the inspiration was using Rebecca SpiceyCatColors palette. She does a color palette every month on Instagram. So we used her palette for this page. This was flashback to one of our favorites. We do random marker pulls. So this was exactly that, a random marker. So I usually, when I do a random, I have like my container of markers, whether it be, I have a big bucket of Sharpies. Often I'll use those to pick my colors, and then I might choose those tones in a different set. But I had my Tau trees out, a full set of Tau trees, and I just shut my eyes, and I don't have them organized in there, and pulled out, I think, 8 markers. I'll insert a picture of the markers I have, and miraculously they all were kind of good together. It was greens and pinks and a couple weird brownie greens, but we definitely, Tammy and I had different looking pages, which is the fun of the random draw. And the last one we did was also a palette inspiration, and this is lovely. Again, I use stickles. I did these on my craft retreat, so I was able to do the stickles without having cats jump on it. And she had this beautiful palette with the flower and butterfly. So I got all of those done. And yeah, I already sent our assignments for the 5 this month. And then I think we have 8 left, and it'll be over. I'm a little sad. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. My very first project book with a friend. Next, I have Mermaids in Paradise by Denise Klett. This is a book from my 10 books to touch. So I touched it, and I will admit I kind of did a simple page. I wasn't sure. Again, it's the first time I've colored her artwork, and in this book, I wasn't sure. So I did a very simple but adorable mermaid swimming with some dolphin friends. Used Ohuhu pastels, some stickles on the bubbles, and my Pentel Sparkle Pops. And I think it looks pretty happy. I envisioned this was her with like a little dolphin family. So I'm not so scared anymore. There are some super cute pages, and I've seen people do lovely work like with watercolors. So as not much of a water type ocean person, that book I do like. And the last book, very last one, if I can get it out of the basket, is my lovely Worlds of Wonder, which is the book I say I want to do every page as buddy color. And I finished because my friend Missy, she had helped me there were 2 pages I knew I wanted to get done, and she's like, I'll do both of them with you. And I was really pokey about getting the tree done. She had hers done right away, and I joked, I'm like, yeah, but, you know, between you finishing your page and me doing mine, you've created a human, because her beautiful daughter was born. But she had this done before the baby was born. And I did, again, sometimes when it's these detailed and I just don't feel sometimes I don't mind going in and doing like each individual leaf, and sometimes I don't want to deal with it. So I used my distressed inks and just did a sky background, tried to get all the leaves and branches colored with the inks and left the houses. And if there was a little ink on there, it didn't really matter, but I didn't go over the whole thing. And same with the ground. And then I just went back in with water-based marker, colored it up, and yeah, I like it. It came out slow but sure. I'm getting pages done in here. This is not like a goal to finish anytime in the near future, because I only can maybe handle 1 page a month, 2 if I'm really feeling it. But yeah, this is a book I thought would be fun, because so far every page I've done has been a buddy color. So I may try and do that, and it'll be like a project book of a different sort, because it will all be buddy colors. So there you go, my friends. That is all I have, which again, I said it was the least number of pages I've done, but this is probably one of the longest videos, because that's just me. And I can't even tell you for sure how long it is, because I have had to stop and start so many times to cough that I actually had to like do a hard stop and charge the battery. But anyway, I appreciate you if you hung out and watched the whole thing. Thank you. I am enjoying seeing everybody else's finishes pages, and I need to get busy coloring now, because I have a list of buddy colors. Buddy Ween is kicking off fabulously to my heart's content, and I have so far basically been just picking pages and writing them all down, and a few people have already finished their pages, so that means I need to get busy coloring. I still need to respond to some people and get our pages picked out, but again, very fun. Watch that video if you are interested, and other than that, take care of yourselves. I hope none of you get this crud that I have. I think I'm actually going to go take a hot shower right now and see if that will help clear up a bunch of the passages, because to be fair, I still have a couple more videos I would like to get made. So yeah, this girl's got some work to do. Anyway, thank you, my friends. I appreciate you spending part of your day with me. I do not take you for granted. As I say whenever I have this one out, you are a wonder of our world. Gotta read it backwards. Wonder of worlds. That's you. You are beautiful. You matter. You make the world wonderful. So never doubt it. Take care of yourselves, friends.